Alrighty, welcome back to the channel, and hope everybody had a good weekend. I know I did. But any whichever way, we are back on the 78 mini mover. We got to do some maintenance on it. Last week we started working on the S10 3100 frame swap and ran into a few snags with the welder. If you guys haven't seen that video, go back and watch it. It's a doozy. I made mistakes. I own the mistakes. We shall fix the mistakes, but not yet. That's why we're back on the mini mover. Anyway, today we got to do some maintenance things. I got to do an idler arm bushing. When I pulled up, the hubcap fell off, so we got to figure out why that fell off. And that tire actually is going low quite a bit lately, so I got to figure out what's going on with that too. What else do we have to do? Idler arm. Oh, we're going to look at the shocks. So I bought this truck and it was already lowered and it rides like crap, and we've just been driving it, me and my son. My son drove it more than I did, but he's off in college, so now it just kind of sits around. But we've noticed it drove like crap, and I actually think it doesn't have any shocks. I think when they lowered it, they cut the springs and put lowering blocks on the back, and I think they didn't put shocks back on it. So we're gonna address that situation and put new shocks on, or put shocks on for the first time since I've owned it. I don't know. So any whichever way, we are gonna do some shocks, idler arm bushing, figure out what's going on with that tire, and I got a little bit of an oil leak. I want to investigate that. So yeah, let's get to it. This baby is low, and I feel like it's getting lower every day. So I'm trying to figure out, well, I think the shock goes in there, so I don't want to go there. Well, we'll see. I'll put jack stands under it. No, I'll go there. How's that look? That looks like a spot. Yeah, there definitely is not a shock in there, because it's supposed to be, I think, inside the coil. But anyway, I don't see it anywhere. There she is. Right out of the gate, I don't see any screws or anything, overspray, from when I repainted it. So, it might be the valve stem. Huh? I don't know what it is. Yeah, we'll have to investigate that in a little bit. Okay. Deal with this little dirty old bolts. Now, this thing hasn't had a bushing in a minute. You can just tell. But it doesn't have that many miles on it. Okay. This whole doing things one-handed ain't really working. Okay. Now, at least that's loose. I ain't gotta go get the right tools yet. Okay. Yeah, I'd say that's a problem. Okay, so this is what I got. There's the part number. And it's the only idler arm bushing I could find. It's for a Mazda, but according to the folks on the interwebs, they say this will work. Looks like they gave enough for both sides. So, and we got new castle nuts, so I mean, what could possibly go wrong there? So, looks like here's your pieces. These are not rubber, by the way, they're plastic. So I don't know how that's gonna work out. So it looks like maybe this one goes in first. That's the top cup for that. And then, what in the world? And then that's a cup for that? That's weird. I don't know. I think it's gonna be too big. I feel like this ain't right at all. Well, there's already kind of a smush cap on there. Okay. Oh, I see. So this one's replacing that. Let's see if I can get it off. So there was indeed a cap on there. Okay. Boy, she's on there. Okay, so that one is definitely that, I think. Boy, she's tight. Okay. So now I'm guessing like that. That cup goes like that. This is very interesting. That little screw does not go all the way through that Zerk thing. Boy, I don't think it fits. That doesn't even fit in there. And there's nothing in here. I'm starting to think I understand why they left it bare. It's because that doesn't fit. Very interesting. I wonder if I could sand that down and make it fit, but then, I mean, that's still loose. Okay, so like I said, the package comes with these 4 pieces. These are the main pieces, and I don't think that the big pieces go on there. So I just messing around off camera, I put this little one on there and then straightened it up. And then if I were to put the other little one on there, and then I guess grease the ever-loving heck out of it, but then, I mean, is there enough for a... Yeah, I think there is. I think that's how it's supposed to go. Wow, that's wild. Because if you don't... Let me see, maybe you don't use the top cap and you just put this on there. Dang, I think that's how it's supposed to go, believe it or not. I do think that white cap's supposed to go on there, so maybe if I tighten this down and smush it together. I wonder if I should put grease in there first. Because all these grease zerks, you don't even know if they work. Yeah, we're definitely gonna... I think I'm gonna try to tighten this down just a hair. And then I'll see if I can put that white cap back on it. And then I'll grease it before we put it all back together. Or at least look into that grease zerk. So I mean, it is smashing it down. Would be great if I had some more light. Jeez. You can tell that it's smashing it down, so that's about as tight as I can go. So let's back it off and see if I can't put that white grommet on it. Kind of acts like a washer. Let's see what we got. Where did I put it? Is it? I don't remember if it was this one. Yeah, it was this one. Okay, so we put this on, and then we put this on, and then I'll go back to my castle nut, and then don't let me forget to grease that, but at least we'll get some of our steering back. I'm gonna go tight, and then I'll back it off just a little. I don't want it too loose either. Okay, then I'll put my fresh pin in, and then we will okay. I don't know, still don't know what these were for. If anybody knows what these were for, let me know, because that's curious. Maybe it's just a universal kit. I don't know. Alright, so I brought the rim over here and stepped on my cactus, so you know, Crocs. Anyway, brought the rim over here, soaped it down, and you can see right here bubbling up on the side of the rim. So got a dirty rim, I'm thinking. I don't see anywhere else leaking. Oh, right here too. Yep, and right here, and right there. So we just got a dirty bead, so I'm gonna have to take it in. Yeah, I'll take it to a tire shop real quick. Let me see if I can't find something. And the other thing I've realized we got to do is, I keep forgetting, it sounds, that stupid bug keeps getting me. It sounds horrible when I'm driving it because this thing sits so low. I got to take those back mud flaps off because they're super hard plastic and they make like a grinding noise every bump you hit, and it makes it sound like it's the bed's falling off. So we got to take care of that too. All right, so I took a quick second to look at the shock just before, so I don't mumble around on camera, but it didn't come with any hardware except for the top bolt, and I'm missing the two bottom bolts. Okay, I'm gonna try to figure out what size it is. Being a Ford Courier, I'm guessing it's gonna be metric, but I really don't know. Let's see. Nope. Nope. All right, so bigger than an M7. So an M8, let's try that. Uh-oh, stuck. Nope, it ain't an M8. Dang, or wait, what was that? M8-1.0, and then there's a M8-125. No, I think it's the M8-1.25. That's what it is. Okay, so we got to go to the hardware store. I wish these things come all the way off, but they don't. See if I can't get it in a few more threads though, just to... No, that's it, for sure. So I need 4 M8 dash, I think that's what it is, kind of scratched. Yeah, M8-1.25. Okay, well, let's go get those real quick. Dang, this don't look good either. I need to stop looking at this truck. Alright, so we are back from the hardware store. We're just going to simply put this shock up in here. Like so, maybe. I thought we had it in there once already. Oh yeah. Okay. Now, let's see if I can muster this all the way up. Might have to get the other jack. Oh no. I think we can do it. Maybe. Come on, little fella. Don't do me like that. Embarrassing me in front of my friends. Well, hang on. Maybe this bolt doesn't even fit. Oh no, it fits. I'm just being a weenie. Okay. Stop being a weenie. Okay, so oh boy, come on, little fingers. Well, I need to get me a wrench. Okay, one last try before I bust out the big guns. Where in the heck? Oh, there it is. Okay, where's my little wrench? Haha, cheated. Didn't know I was gonna bust out the power tools. Now, let's see. Oh, that's less than ideal. Gonna have to loosen her just a little. She's not straight now. Doggone it. Just when I thought I had the bull by the horns. I don't. Okay. Let's see. These bolts aren't very good either. They're just the generic, you know, 50-cent bolts. So I didn't want to go too crazy just because I'm cheap. Okay. Okay. Do we have shocks now? Holy cow. Okay, now we gotta put this stuff on the top, see if it fits. And it does. It does. Now where are the little bolts? Now let me see. Okay, so now it had 2 nuts on it, but I don't know that. I don't know if they're both gonna fit. Oh yeah, they will. Oh, wrong way. Okay, then we'll lock down the top part, the second nut. Okay. Okay, shock number 2. See if I can get this one in a little easier. Get my tools round up, make sure that's still tightened. It is. Okay, maybe it's gonna fit. There it is. All right, we got her, boys. Now spin it so it's angled a little bit more correctly. Okay. That bolt does not want to start. And yes, I do have jack stands under here. I don't know if you guys can see them, but they're there. Should have got a little bit longer bolts, I guess. Okay, let me see if I can get this one to start. Nope. Oh, my little arms are getting tired. Make sure this thing. Okay, same thread. I wonder if I should put that nut up there, kind of help hold it. Yeah, I'm gonna put this cap up here with one of the nuts. Yeah, just so see, so then it'll hold it a little better. Okay. Yeah, I should have got longer bolts. Would have been easier. Okay, come on, baby. Okay, whoo-wee. Okay, tighten them bad girls down and get out from underneath you. Ugh. Yeah, strip it. That's what we got to do. Okay, I'll tighten this one down. Okay, put the second one on to lock her down. Well, it definitely sits higher in the front than it used to. We still got to do the back yet. Let's take it around the block real quick. I did grease that grease zerk, by the way. I forgot to film it, but I did throw some grease at it and it worked, so there's that. Well, the steering wheel play is already 10 times better. There's barely any play in the steering wheel now. It used to be real bad. Choke on because it ain't warmed up. This thing's kind of like a cold-blooded bear. Brakes are still soft. I need to address those. But I mean, they're not that bad. They're just a little bit soft. It's not like, you hear that? That's those stupid mud flaps I gotta cut off. But it's not that bad. You know, what was I gonna say? I don't even know what I was talking about. Well, it's not that bad. I'm getting sidetracked by that noise. We'll cut those mud flaps off. It drives way better now. I mean, this guy, just the front end. We're gonna do the rear shocks, and I can't wait for that. It's gonna be good. I think it's going to drive a heck of a lot better. Maybe I'll actually want to drive it and just keep it instead of selling it. This thing runs pretty good. It always ran good, but it drove like crap because it, you know, you younger guys, I'm only 40, so it's not like I'm crazy old, but you younger guys will be like, oh, it didn't ride rough. But for me, it rode rough. Yeah. Definitely got to take those mud flaps off. We're gonna go do that. right now. Cut them off. It's funny how shocks will actually make this thing run and drive better. Weird, right? Oh yeah. This baby turns good. The play is gone, which is great. I don't know, maybe I should keep it. Alright, so we just took those mud flaps off. We are gonna test drive it to see if that was the actual problem, which I think it was, because you could see it dragging. And the one that was worse was the driver's side, and it's probably because I'm fat. I get it, but whatever. So we're gonna take it for a test drive real quick. Oh, gotta get the key. And we'll see if that fixed that problem. And then I think we'll tackle the back shocks tomorrow. It's just too hot. It's like 104 out already, so I think we will mosey on into the AC and do that tomorrow. Uh-oh. Got some sort of bug in here that I don't want. Had a bee in here. Okay. Take this bad girl for a little. I already think that's what the problem was, because it only really did it when I hit a bump or turn, and it's not doing it now. Shut the choke off, because she's plenty warm now. You only need the choke for the first little bit. Like by the time you go around the block, she's warmed up. Or if you did the right thing and let it warm up, you wouldn't need the choke at all. Okay. Oh yeah, it was definitely those mud flaps. Look at how fast I'm going around these corners, not doing nothing. Kind of embarrassing, really. People would look up and they'd be like, what in the heck is that noise? It sounds like they're just literally dragging the axle. Oh yeah, perfect. That works so much better. Oh man, this thing is going to be nice to drive. This thing is going to be so good. Oh, like a dream. Before, every little bump you hit, it was like your teeth just rattled in half. Oh, this thing runs and drives so good. I should have done that shocks a long time ago, but I didn't drive it enough to realize that it needed them. Alrighty, we're back. It's a new day with the same goal. We are going to get the mini mover back up and running. Well, it always ran, but back up and running down the street safely. Let me tell you, I put those shocks on the front yesterday and fixed that bushing, the idle arm bushing. Let me tell you, this thing runs like a brand new Ford Courier. So I can't wait to put the back shocks on, and then we got to address a small oil leak in the valve cover. But other than that, she's a beaut, Clark. All right, let's get tackling it. Here's what we got. Got two brand new shocks for the back. We're gonna crawl underneath there, and we're gonna unbolt them, I guess, and try to bolt the new ones on. All right, I think we got the right size. Let's see, 15. Yep. So what we're gonna try to do, and move this out of the way. Go here maybe. Gotta hold this. Well, that ain't working. Come on, you little booger. Don't make me torch you off. Ah! guys know I'll do it. That hurt my little thumb. Oh yeah, it's nice working on stuff from Arizona. That's where this thing came out of. So everything's fairly rust free, which is nice, because if you've ever worked on a rusty car, you know you fight on every turn, you fight something. So it's kind of a good change of pace working on something that's, the bolts ain't all seized up. Come on. Okay. Now, we gotta crawl up in there and get the top half. Oh yeah, these shocks are spent. Look at that. Not really a big fan of crawling underneath cars anymore. Let's see. Come on, little fella. Don't do me wrong. Don't do me like that. Okay. How can I always have that wrong? Okay. Come on. Okay. Well, part of the problem is I don't think that's the right size up there. And that light may be helping you guys, but it ain't helping me. Oh yeah, that's part of the problem there. Got the wrong size. Top is a 14. The bottom was a 15. Well, okie dokie. Okay, this ain't working. Okay, got the top one. But if you remember right, they're double nutted, so the job's only halfway done. Well, that's nice, I guess. Okay. I should have probably jacked this thing up more so I had more room, but you know, that would be too easy. Okay, now this one should be free. Okay. No shocks. Now, let's see if I can. I keep grabbing at 15. Okay, let's see if from that same position I can get this one. Probably can't. Oh. Oh yeah. Yep, got it. Oh, like shoot out at me, or what's it gonna do? Kind of got me nervous like it's gonna pop on me. Nah, it didn't pop, but it is expanding. And the double nut is nice, but I don't know that it's necessary. I say that, and then it comes undone while I'm driving, and I'll be like, man, I wish they'd have had double nuts on these. Okay. And these are just Amazon special shocks. I didn't go crazy with like some Bilstein or something crazy. These are just regular old. Okay. Let's see if we can't push those in there. Well, it might be harder. Okay. Oh yeah, baby. That's what I like. That's what I like right there. Almost had to spit on it to get it to go in. That's messed up. Should have never said that. Oh. Okay. And these I think are 17. That's why I had the bigger one out already. Yeah, that's good enough for now. Okay, now let me crawl back under there. Well, no, I'm not. I'm gonna wait because I don't want to crawl up there twice. So I'm gonna go do the other side real quick, and then we'll put both shocks on. Then I'll crawl up and put the nuts on. All right. Well, by the time I got under there, I forgot the camera, so I didn't want to crawl back out. But this is the problem with it being lowered. So that one was a complete nightmare to get out because it was bent. I'm guessing that it's so low that it hit a curb or a bump or whatever, but it made it a complete nightmare to get out. So now I figure I'll take it for a ride around the block. You guys have already done that twice, no need to do it again, but I'm gonna take it for another quick ride, see how it feels, and then we'll fix the oil leak. Okay, this thing is an absolute game changer. It runs and drives mint. Putting the shocks on there was night and day difference. It kind of raised it up a little bit. Now remember, I do have a bunch of crap in the back, so it's gonna sit a little bit lower than really it needs to, just because I'm storing a bunch of crap in here. All right, so we turn the truck around and got the hood opened up, and we're looking for this oil leak. So when I say oil leak, it's not an oil leak that goes onto the ground. It's like smokes when you stop driving it. And I can see a bunch of oil on the front of the engine. So that's telling me something up front on the valve cover, because the valve cover is pretty dry all the way around. And you can see that cork gasket right there. It looks like a new valve cover gasket. And it's dry everywhere. A little wet right there, but it's real wet on this side. So I'm gonna take this bolt out and see what we get, but I think it's stripped. That's what I'm thinking, or it's loose. All right, so let me clarify. The reason I think it's stripped is because it's a common problem. I had two other mini movers, and both of them were stripped on the front. Yep, so this one's stripped too. So it's not stripped all the way, I don't think, because it looks like I can still pull it out. But I mean, it's pretty wet on the front of this engine. I don't know, maybe I can't get it out. Oh yeah, it's coming. So what I was able to do on the other two is I was able to run a tap down there and just freshen up the threads. So I'm gonna see what size thread this is. I can't recall right off the top of my head. and then I'm gonna do the same. I'm gonna run a tap through and see if I can't clean it up. Okay, so I got this nut and bolt checker on Amazon. It was like, I think 12, 15 bucks, something like that. It wasn't very much money. And I use this little thing all the time. Yeah, so right there's a M6-1.0. Let me see. Yeah, it's not an M. Yep, that's what I thought it was. M6 1.0. Alright, let me see where my tap set is. Okay, so I gotta take this loose, if I remember correctly. Oh, well, that's gonna give me a flat tire later. So then I move this off to the side just to free that up just a skosh. So I set this up with the drill, and yes, this is probably not the right way to do it, but this is the way I'm doing it, and it has worked the last 2 times. So here we go. Okay. Then I go back in. Okay, now I don't know if it worked, but like I said, it worked the last 2 times. So see if I can get just enough grip on that to tighten it down. It does seem like it's going in nicely. Nope. Okay, so we'll have to step it up to the next size, which is scary. Let me figure out what the next size bolt is. But usually it works nicely because it's already oiled up, you know what I mean? So it's already oiled, so you don't have to lube it or nothing. Okay, it's either gonna make it right or it's gonna make it wrong. This is a 1/4 20. Okay. 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 So, like I said, I don't know if that worked or not. Kind of messed up my tap a little bit. Either which way, now it definitely ain't gonna work, so, or that bolt ain't gonna fit, so I gotta go find me a 1/4 20, either at the hardware store or somewhere here. Okay, I got a 1/4 20 in my toolbox. Now, I am well aware that this is the wrong size 1/4 20. I just want to see if the threads even fit before I go buy one. Because there's no sense in me going to the store if the threads don't grab. Well, it's going in. It's going in and it got tight. Okay, let's hurry up and take it out. Okay, so we know we need one at least that long. So probably a 3/4 inch or a 1/2 inch one. Okay, I got 2 sizes just because I didn't want to go back and forth, but I spray painted them so that they don't stick out like a sore thumb, you know what I mean? You just kind of, you make them blend and then nobody will be the wiser. But not that it's a big deal. I'll tell whoever, the prospective buyer, I'll show them this video and they can see what I've done. But the plan is to clean all this nonsense up and make it look a little better. Okay. Moment of truth. Well, it seems to be grabbing. Okay, it's snug, but I want to give it a little bit of a kick just so it doesn't come loose. Okay, that seems tight enough. Give it one more. I'm pushing my luck. Okay, that's good. Now let's go outside and wash this mess up because it looks disgusting under here. You can see that that's a lot of oil. And it's just been spewing out of it, so we'll go wash it off real quick, see if we can't get that to look a little bit better. Okay, I'm gonna let that cool down a little bit because I was running it, so I'm gonna move on to the last project. So when I got this truck, it was missing the door handle. Well, it wasn't missing, it was broke. And you know, teenage son, he tried to glue it, didn't really work, because when you put it on there, it just separates. See how it just moves? So it was a good try, I guess, but I have these old hot rod ones, and I'm gonna try to put those on. But you gotta drill a little hole in here for these guys, and I don't know, I don't know if I have all the hardware, but we're gonna attempt to put them on. But I don't know, actually I don't think I do have all the hardware. There's this, I need these, need this, got both of these, but I'm missing one of these, so I don't know if we could do it or not. So I took it apart, and here's the parts. These are the parts rather, and it looks like that goes to something else. So let's go put this on, and then I'll show you how they go together. But we got to drill a hole in that to put this knob on it. I mean, you don't have to have the knob, but I don't know, we'll look at it. Let's go put this on. Okay, so how it works, it's a square shaft deal. So you just put it on, and then you tighten those down. And supposedly, let me see. Supposedly that's enough to hold it, but I'm kind of having my doubts actually. Okay, that one's snug-ish. So, okay. And I guess this is like an old 80s, 70s, 80 hot rod. All right, this is what it looks like put together, except for there's no handle on there. So to get the handle on there, you got to use the pre-drilled hole. Drill a hole, put this screw through it, and then you can screw the handle on. So we're gonna do that now. Okay, utilize my trusty work surface, aka my hand. I don't see what could go wrong. That was a lie. Okay, we are through. Not a big deal. Let's see if I guesstimated right on my drill bit size. I did. So now, with that being the outside, we can tighten this up. Okay. So now we can go put this side in. A little janky, I'll admit, a little bit janky, but it should work just fine. Okay, so it looks like we put this on, then we put this somehow like that, and then we put this screw in there. This is kind of janky really, but just spruces it up, and at least it'll allow you to use the window even though it's not perfect. Okay, So now that doesn't want to click back in. Interesting. Huh. It's got this little rubber gasket. Wonder if the rubber gasket's got to go in here first. It's got like a little groove. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna break it before I can even use it. Oh, this is a joke. For the record, this is not gonna end well. I'm just saying. Just throwing it out there. Oh man, this is not great. Well, it kind of works. Looks like crap. Oh man. Well, this may not be the best way to do it, but that's the way we're doing it. And water does get in the cab when you do it this way. But we live in the desert, and that sand gets everywhere. So I'm trying to clean her up a little. See, that's how fresh it is. Look at it, it's cleaning it right up, and I didn't even put no chemical or nothing on it. And we'll do a oil change on it too before we sell it. But I just wanted to get some of that real thick, nasty stuff off. You know, make her at least presentable, and honestly, I don't want the new owner, because I am going to sell it, like I said. I want the new owner to have something trouble-free. You know, I want him to be able to drive it and use it. That's why I fix all the little stuff, and it may sound like a little bit of a rig to you guys, but it actually, me re-tapping that valve cover screw, perfectly fine. You'll be able to drive forever like that. And if you don't like it, then feel free not to buy it. But it'll be fine. It's just that one happens to be a quarter 20 versus what I say the other one was, some M6-1.0. Yeah, I think it'll be just fine. Not real happy with the quality of those window crank handles. I'm not real big on that, but it is what it is. Super rare truck, guys. I'll give you more information here at the end of the video. We're getting close. Don't worry, stick with me and I'll give you the price of everything and how to get a hold of me. Let me finish washing up this and we'll take it for a rip. Good. It's just not the fastest thing you'll ever drive, but it does okay. Definitely drives like a lowered vehicle. You can tell that it's been lowered, but with the shocks, let me tell you, it's a lot better. It's pretty great. Hopefully with the wind noise it's not too bad. But I'm not rolling up the windows because it's over 100 degrees. answer a lot of questions I've been getting messaged. I am gonna sell the 78 Ford Courier mini mover. It's cool, but I've been tagged and told about and sent videos and sent links. I'm aware that there's another guy out there that has a huge YouTube channel, and he has a mini mover as well. I know a lot of you is like, oh, you guys ripped him off. No, I didn't. I've had all these mini movers. I had 3 of them. I've had them forever. But I kind of just don't want them anymore. I don't know. I sold the other 2, and I'm going to sell this one. They're kind of a weird market for them. They're super rare. This one runs and drives good. I tidied up a little bit of maintenance today, as you guys seen, some new shocks. It still rides like a lowered vehicle, but it's night and day to what it used to be. I mean, the guy we bought it from didn't have any suspension under it at all under the front, so anything's an improvement. Still rides a little bit rough because I got the back full of S10 parts from the S10 that I tore apart to get this frame. So the big question, what am I asking? The honest answer is $8,000. I will not take anything less than $8,000. If that seems like too much, then this is not the mini mover for you, and feel free to find another one. I'm fine with whatever. A lot of work went into this one. I'm willing to help ship anywhere in the country. The truck has to be paid for first, along with, you have to pay for your shipping, obviously, but I can help on this end. I've shipped the other 2. One went to Missouri, and the other one went to, oh darn it, I want to say Virginia or something. I don't remember where. They both went that way. I'm on the West Coast. I'm in southern Utah, about an hour and a half north of Las Vegas, 5 hours from Phoenix, I don't know, 6 hours from LA. I'm not willing to travel unless, I guess maybe for the right money I'll travel and deliver it, but I really don't want to travel to sell it. And even if I did, it would still have to be paid for first. I'm not going to drive, 8 hours and then nobody buy it. That's not going to be a thing. I would rather not travel. So if you guys need, if you're serious and you want to buy it, it's listed on Facebook in Hurricane, Utah. Or, well, it's not yet, but it will be by the time this video airs. Or you guys can email me, and I'll put the email in the description below. Yeah, and if the email's not there, then I guess it's sold, but I would update the profile picture to sold, so that way it doesn't confuse anybody in the future. But yeah, I don't know. Like I said, it's a good unit. It gets a lot of attention. If you were a small business owner, to put your logo and name on the side, it would draw so much attention, and that's probably thanks to Puddin's Fab Shop. It's no secret that that's the guy I'm talking about. I'm not trying to put down his videos or his content. He does his own thing. He's a huge YouTuber, and that's great. I'm just a little fella. Oh, and that reminds me of the other thing, me being a little fella. No, I cannot tell you how many times somebody's messaged, emailed or whatever, and contacted me, and they've said you should do a giveaway. I can't, guys. I mean, I get a couple hundred views per video. It doesn't pay anything. Like, I'm literally making zero money. Maybe like, I don't know, 20 bucks a month, and then it takes a few months to get even $100, and then they pay you. So I'm not in this for the money as of right now, so this is just kind of for fun for me. So unfortunately, I don't sell merch. I don't do any of that kind of stuff. I just can't afford to give this truck away. I got $8,000 in it, believe it or not, because it took 2 trucks to make that truck, because the other one was rusty as all get out, the original one, so we had to buy a parts truck. And then I painted it the hot rod flats white and the hot rod flats orange to give it a little bit of a custom vibe. What else did we do? I don't know. We've done all kinds of stuff. New shocks that we've seen today. It's had just a bunch of stuff. I put a different seat in it because the seat was roached, and I found those seats out of another Courier, but they were already bucket seats. So a lot of time, money, and effort went into this thing. And if you guys don't like the price of $8,000, I sincerely, not trying to irritate anybody or piss the world off, but that's what I got in it, so that's what I'm gonna need out of it. And like that old saying, I know what I got. Well, I do know what I got, because you won't be able to find another one. I had 3 of them, and I sold the other 2 for almost as what I'm getting out of this, and those 2 didn't run. Well, the one ran. I take that back. It did run, but it wasn't reliable like this one. And then there was one that just sold without a title in Georgia, which I know the guy, and without a title, it was registered. So I don't know. Georgia does something weird where I guess they don't have titles for certain things. I don't know, but I'm sure it could get a title in another state. But that one sold for $8,000, and I feel like mine's a little bit nicer. But and if my friend sees this, sorry, I mean, I don't know, maybe I'm biased because I did all the work, and you probably think yours is nicer because you did all your work. It is what it is, right? I don't know. This one's got a 5-speed instead of the 4, which is nice. It's got the custom steering wheel, which I don't know. I got the original steering wheel over here. If you guys had to have it, I'll give it with. What else can I say? Then there's one for sale in like Colorado that doesn't even look like a mini mover. It's like brown, and they want 15 grand, and the guy says it does not run good enough to drive it anywhere. So he's crazy. I mean, I'll just say that is insane. It doesn't even look like a U-Haul. It's like painted brown or vinyl wrapped brown, and underneath of it, it looks like crap. So I don't know. I'm not here to downplay anybody's stuff, but them are the only ones that I know that are for sale in the country. And I know that sounds like I'm bragging. I'm not. I'm just being honest. Like, I don't know that you'll be able to find another one. So I'm not trying to break the bank, even though it sounds like I am, because I've been told before 8,000 is crazy. Oh my goodness, you're crazy. It's only a $2,000 truck. Maybe, but this one's 8,000. So if you could find one for 2, 4, 3, whatever, insert the price. If you could find one for that, feel free. Go buy it. You're not going to hurt my feelings, because at the end of the day, I will keep this one. I'm okay with keeping it, and I don't know what I'll do with it. I'll put in a couple pictures. I do happen to have another LS 4.8. This is a 5.3 that's going in here, but I got a 4.8 liter with a 4L60E transmission, 2-wheel drive I got that I could put in that mini mover. And I kind of went to ChatGPT, and I was like, which I would never twin turbo because I don't have that kind of money, but I was like, what would a twin turbo, mini mover with an LS look like? And I'll put the picture here. It's pretty cool. And then the other thing I was thinking about is, like, I don't know, back in the day I had an old Thunderbird on hydraulics, and I've been wanting to recreate that car in the worst way, but I was thinking, like, how funny would it be to put hydraulics on the mini mover? So I also asked ChatGPT for a photo of that, and I'll put it in right here as well. And you guys tell me. I mean, if it doesn't sell, I'm going to give it the good college try, right? And I'm going to try to sell it. And I think if it doesn't sell by the end of October, I'm going to take this truck, I'm going to take it to the Pomona, California swap meet. And if it doesn't sell by then, I'm going to list it for sale on Facebook Marketplace this weekend. And this is September 16th, so whatever the weekend date is. And then I'm going to run it all the way until the Pomona swap meet, which is sometime in October. I think it's mid-October. I can't remember the date, but you can look it up on Pomona swap meet, whatever, their website. But that's in Pomona, California. I am going to bring that mini mover down there, and if it still hasn't sold between Facebook, YouTube, and the Pomona swap meet, I'm going to either LS swap it with a 4.3, or no, they're not 4.3, 4.8, sorry. I got a 5.3 over here. A 4.8 with a 4L60E transmission, or I'm going to leave it alone and I'm gonna put wire wheels and hydraulics on it. And either which way, that mini mover will be ruined. For the better, if you ask me. But if you want to save, insert that Sarah McLachlan music. If you would like to save a mini mover, here's your chance. If you just donate $8,000, you could save it. Anyway, my rant is over. I am gonna start messing around here. My new welder should be coming in the mail here any minute, so I'm waiting for that so we can finish this up, because I want to put the body on. I want to put that LS in here. I want to put the transmission that I don't really have right here, although I do have a transmission, but it's kind of connected to the 4.8 LS, which I know I can unbolt it and put it on this one, but then I'm still a transmission short, so I gotta buy one anyway. So I don't know, these are the problems of a little bitty YouTuber. Anyway, like always, I will see you guys next Monday, 4 o'clock Mountain Time. Be there or be square. Adios.